But the man, would they believe us? We who are only women, would they not question what we saw? The angel, the empty tomb?
You saw Cornelius. You even spoke to him this morning at the tomb. Did he not tell you what had happened? You, the wife of Cusa, Herod's own house steward. Surely you would believe the testimony of the centurion Cornelius.
Oh, Mary Magdalene. Poor Cornelius. The Jewish leaders were offering large bribes to all of the soldiers that were guarding the tomb. All of the soldiers had to do was offer false reports to say they had fallen asleep while guarding the tomb, and that friend of our master stole the body while they slept. Some dilemma, Mary. If the soldiers say they had fallen asleep, they were liable to death at the hands of the Roman superior. And if they told the truth, they must say that the earthquake or whatever it was rolled the stone from the entrance of the tomb. The tomb was empty. The body of Jesus was gone. Would anyone believe them, Mary? Would they?
Empty? Cornelius told you that the tomb was empty when the stone was rolled away? But I thought that God had sent that earthquake and had sent that angel to release Jesus, to allow him to come out. If what you say is true, then the stone was rolled away not to let Jesus come out,
but to let us look in. The purpose was not for Jesus to come out, for he had already risen in glory. For us to come into his presence, to come into his eternity.
Eusabia.
What will Cornelius and the other Roman guards do? Will they accept the bribe? Will they?
Oh, Mary. Some will. Cornelius would not. Cornelius planned to tell his superior his first-hand proof of the resurrection. And then he will join with Peter and the rest of us to wait till the Lord appeared as the angel promised.
Will Peter and the others believe us when we tell them what is happening?
Yes, they will, Mary Magdalene, because our story will be supported by Cornelius when he comes. And much more, the angel said Jesus himself will visit with us. Many of the disciples may be doubtful at first, especially Thomas. But when the Master appears, then they will tell us, we no longer believe just because of what you said. We have heard and seen for ourselves that this man truly has risen, and he is the Savior of the world.
When the Savior does appear, he will reward us. The women, will he not, Joanna? After all, weren't we the ones who stayed with him to the very end of the cross? And were we not the first to arrive at the tomb?
Or will the Saviors tell us we show much love but little faith in his resurrection? Last at the cross and first at the tomb?
All I know is he will forgive my doubting faith. Oh, Johanna, here we stand at the dawning of a new life. Remember how the curtain was torn in two when he died? The tearing of that thick temple curtain that separated the holy place where the priest might enter from the most holy place where only the high priest could enter once a year on the Day of Atonement, signified that a new and living way had been given for all into the very presence of God by Christ's death and resurrection.
Yes. Are we now at the coming of new promise, where blood sacrifices and physical temple, where special Aaronic priesthood are no longer required, where all men and women may worship God freely with hearts of love?
The angel gave the message of joy. He is not here. He is risen, just as he said. And further proof of the reality of the event. Come, see where he lay.
Slain because he claims to be king of Jews. He has been raised to be king of kings and lord of lords, rejected by all Israel during his first life in earth. But he has returned to be accepted as king, who we now and will forever acknowledge. Come, Mary, let us find Peter and the others. Let us tell them the good news.
Jesus Christ has risen.
He has risen